Hey guys, Hap here. I promised Kami I would, analyze one of his videos versus Psychedelifox, and so this is the result of that. I've been meaning to do analysis on myself through video, so I can go back and watch it later instead of having to like reanalyze over and over again. Um, and so this is a product of that idea, and I'm just trying it out. And I'm sharing it with you guys because if you get something out of it, awesome. If you don't, it wasn't made for you anyway. Um, I have a few disclaimers though. Disclaimer one: I'm not trying to defend anyone here. Not Kami, not Psychedelifox, not people I bring up. I'm just telling what I see. Two: I'm not always right. I'm sure Strutter will go through this and be like, "Oh, Habib, you don't know this or this or that." Cool. I'm glad. This is a learning experience for me and for the people watching. So if you have something to disagree on, tell me, and then I'll learn. And then the next time I do something like this, I'll get it right. Other than that, I don't think I have any more disclaimers. So, moving on. Starting off with the game, it's Kami versus Psychedelifox, obviously, and they decide to go to Town and City. And I have some notes here that I'll be putting in the comments that are like timestamps of me going through and analyzing the video at around 0.5 speed. So if you want to see that, that's a good thing to follow along while I'm talking. And so I talked about picking Town and City first. And my opinion on Town and City as a first pick is it's not a good idea, because like you want to understand like how you're playing and how your opponent's playing. And if your opponent is good at killing, like you want to know whether or not your opponent's good at killing or you're good at killing, especially in this kind of matchup. So to go to Town and City first, you're kind of already assuming that you're better at killing than them, which I think is wrong. Because this is weird about the Yoshi and Mewtwo matchup. Yoshi's heavier, so he lives longer. He has more kill power, I would say, on his moves. So, sorry, I thought I heard something. He has more kill power on his moves, like it does more knockback, but he doesn't have like safe kill setups, and that's one of his issues, right? Now, Mewtwo has safe kill setups, somewhat safe kill setups, a lot of kill power too, a kill grab, but he's very light, and so he's susceptible to getting hit by something random, a random smash attack, which Psychedelifox is good at doing. Whether or not you call that random, like his smash attacks random or well spaced, is up to you. So I think Town and City was not a good choice here. I made a list of best to worst. Battlefield is good, Dreamland is good because you have platforms that Kami or Mewtwo can sit under and charge Shadow Ball. Smashville is good because the standing platform, Yoshi can't really do anything to people. He can do more things to people who are on Battlefield platforms and somewhat on Dreamland platforms than Smashville platforms. So if you sit on platform and charge Shadow Ball for a bit, like you'll be fine. There's not much you can do. And then the next two is FD and Town and City. I think like it really depends on the player you're playing up against. Like if the Yoshi's doing really bad at landing, then FD's a good idea because you can catch him out with Shadow Balls and fairs and dash attacks if you need to. Town and City is if you've got all that in your hands and you're good at killing, and Dreamland / Battlefield is banned, like go for it. I think Lilat is I don't know how the Lilat is for Mewtwo, but for Yoshi, it's his best stage. He can like basically up smash through all the platforms. It's hard for the enemy to recover, so he gets easier edge guards. And like I haven't had a lot of trouble recovering with Yoshi on Lilat, which is weird because he doesn't really have a. What am I thinking of? Just like he doesn't snap to ledge, snap, um, unless he does an egg toss into the ledge or um, I don't know. He doesn't. He has a hard time just snapping to ledge. But like on Lilat, he doesn't have too much trouble really, and the stage tilt helps his egg toss because it's curved, and then the stage is curved too, so it kind of gives you an advantage when throwing egg toss. Kind of like that's probably me analyzing it too much, but anyway, Lilat is, in my opinion, Yoshi's best stage. I'm glad they brought it back. Well, glad as in if I played Yoshi, which I don't anymore. So they go to Town City, and I'll be pausing the video a lot to talk, like I just did. I'll also be sitting here quietly watching too. There's no commentary on this either, which I'm actually kind of happy about because it makes it easier to concentrate without other people talking over me. So, starting off, already stopping. Psychedelifox egg tosses. Egg toss has a lot of lag. This is a big thing to do against Yoshis. Like Yoshis, if they underestimate how fast or how fast you can get to somewhere and just egg toss, it's punishable. There's a lot of lag. Like, let's go back. Like, still punishable after all the, like, the egg is literally all the way over there, and he's still in lag from it. So yeah, get behind him, get under him, get low. If he decides to throw an egg toss when you're underneath or you're in range, definitely go for the punish and look for that. Good edge guard. Here's another thing I want to talk about. I'm going to be talking a lot in the beginning because it's like these are the main points I wanted to get to, and then I'll always point out like the reoccurring of them, the recursion of them. So here you have Psychedelifox recovering back to stage with double jump, right? And so when you see someone double jump back to stage, your first instinct is, oh, I've got a fair. But that doesn't apply to Yoshi. Yoshi has heavy armor on his double jump. And 31% is definitely not the range to where double jump is vulnerable to being broken. You want to shoot for like 60% against Yoshi. So, like, you may be thinking, okay, so we went for this fair, got nared for it, you know, for the trade. Not a big deal. But it kind of is in this matchup. Yoshi wants to go for trades. He wants to get hit and hit you back. And, like, it may not apply in this situation, but when he gets a trade and that puts him in a favorable position or a position to combo, like, he can get to you with his airspeed. He can get to you quick enough to start a combo, and his combos do tons of damage, right? And so you kind of just want to avoid trades at all costs. Like there, he could have just sat in shield or, you know, charged Shadow Ball or something. So avoid going for those kind of fairs into double jumping Yoshi at early percents. At high percents, his recovery is butt. Do whatever you want. Fair him, dare him, whatever. And there's, if you look up Yoshi double jump tolerance, you can find all the data you need for your character against Yoshi. Okay, there. You didn't need to go back to stage. Like, I'm putting this out there now. I know it's like the first like edge scenario, but this happens a lot. Kami tries to attack onto stage, and Joey's just like, I'm here. I can just throw out a hitbox to beat it. Oh yeah, I wanted to point something else out too. Okay, right here, you tried to fair. Oh no. Where is it? I have timestamps and everything. Oh, never mind. Typical neutral stuff. Jab down B against floaties is not a thing. And here, Kami is off stage. What does he go for? A side B back on the stage. Doesn't grab ledge. There, you try and go high, which is fine, but you use side B. Yoshi's fast enough to get there. Once again, highest airspeed in the game, other than Limit Cloud, something Shulk, maybe. But yeah, he has the highest airspeed in the game, like naturally. So, side being like that is easily punishable. Sorry, it's like 2 o'clock. I'm tired. More neutral stuff. I want to like, I'll wait till there's an example. Random up smash. Kami goes for that a lot. You'll see. He dies a lot for it. And then this is where someone dies. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. So this is really good by Kami. Yoshi's on the platform. He has to land. Yoshi has a hard time landing. Air dodges, because, you know, that's what Yoshis like to do. Shadow Ball hits him in the face. And this is where I explain how good Shadow Ball is in this matchup. Yoshi, airspeed, right? That means he can move, like, everything. Like, think this is like the below. This is considered down. He can move around here a lot, really easily. But going down is hard for him, because he's a floaty, right? And when you've got Shadow Ball, which is a side-to-side move, Yoshi's ability to move side to side doesn't really matter. Its ability, like Yoshi, in that case, Yoshi wants the ability to move up and down, which he doesn't have. So Shadow Ball is really good for catching out like air dodges or just punishing Yoshi. Like Shadow Ball is so good because Yoshi has like no fall speed, and Shadow Ball is big enough to like linger out there long enough to punish stuff like air dodges. So, if that didn't make any sense, because Shadow Ball moves side to side, and Yoshi can't move up and down quickly, it's much easier for Shadow Ball to hit Yoshi. Okay. Okay. Here's a classic case of, you know, I got hit by fair. See, why did he get hit by fair? A big thing is like, or something that happened here. He faired him, right? And then he got this bear. And Kami's at higher percent. He's still in the mode of like, my moves do damage and knockback. Because he's not at 0 with his fellow opponent. So he's thinking, oh, I can safely charge Shadow Ball after this. No. He's at too low percent for you to be doing something like that. And that's something you've got to work on, you know? Recognizing how much knockback your moves do. And especially to Yoshi. Because at low percent, Yoshi gets a lot out of you thinking like, oh, I hit him away. Why is he back on top of me so quickly? It's because he's got airspeed. So here he fares. Now, Joey has 2 options. He can try and jump, or he has 3 options. He can jump up, wait, up air, wait for an air dodge, and then up air, or he can jump up air, or he can up smash, right? And a big thing is like um, the up air is like I think it would have landed probably, but it's a 50-50. You either call it the air dodge or you go for an up air, hoping that they're in hit stun long enough for the up air to be true, and or they tech and then this situation never happens. The up smash, a lot of Yoshis use it like if you get fared at 90%, you're not going to die to an up air afterwards. But if you get fared at 90% and then you air dodge into an up smash, then you'll die because up smash does quite a bit of knockback. So when you get fared by a Yoshi at lower, like 90-ish% to where you die from up smash but not up air, they'll go for that air dodge read into up smash. And this also depends on how you reacted before, but just be careful for that, Um, watch what the Yoshi does. If he jumps afterwards, then he's going to try and go for an up air, and you have to decide whether or not you're going to air dodge in the 50-50. But if he stays on the ground, then you have no reason to be air dodging. And that gets you killed. If you get fared and then you air dodge, that'll get you killed. They're not going to... I personally wouldn't do it at higher percents because then they go too high for my up smash to hit, and I don't know whether or not the air dodge into it will reach. So that's like a 90, 110% combo. Fair into air dodge, up smash. More neutral stuff. Okay. I want to talk about how scary that situation was and how lucky Kami got. That's a fair coming in. Kami's right here. Don't mess with fair off stage. You'll end up burned a lot more than you will get attacks in. Like, luckily enough, he got the fair off before the fair hit him. But really, like, you don't need to mess with that off stage. Grab the ledge, get back to stage where you can shield, and get back to like the neutral game that Yoshi has a hard time with. Yoshi has a really hard time with approaching. So get him into that state. Don't try and challenge fair where he has a lot of advantage. Once again, more trades. Doesn't want to go to ledge, tries to punish Yoshi. I wish, like, I don't know how that combo works, but I always see it miss. You were at an advantage. You had less percent than he did. Like, I guess putting in, like, weight, you were considerably at kill percent. But like with rage and everything, a couple of hits and a grab, easy kill, especially on Town and City. But instead, you have the advantage of having better kill confirms than Yoshi. So you basically gave that all up away by up smashing. Because now you just give him a giant opening. Like, you have smaller openings. Your kills create smaller openings than Yoshi's. So creating a big opening like this for him to up smash you you shouldn't be doing it in the matchup at all. Like, don't create big openings because Yoshi has like high enough knockback moves to punish those openings really well. Like here. Just a couple of fairs. I mean, a couple of like small shadow balls, a grab, a fair near the ledge would have taken that for you. But up smashing with this idea of like some script of, oh, they'll jump into it, is not that's not how you punish, or that's not how you net kills. Maybe it'll net you kills sometimes, but that's like playing on. There was a Footsies video about this. It's like, yeah, if you got the hit, cool, you got lucky. Like, that's just all it is. Because if you analyzed and read that they would go there, and saw a little bit into the like this game. I don't know if I've explained this already, but this game is like half reacting, half expecting. So when you see someone, trying to, if you're expecting someone to jump, right, and then they do jump, then that first frame or the first beginning frames of them jumping, you can react to that. And that's different from like you just sitting there and being like, oh, now they jumped. If you're expecting it and then they jump, then you punish it. But if you're thinking, oh, this is where they're going to be, like just out of the blue, not even seeing it, and maybe they do that a lot, and it was a read. But if you're just like, this is where they're going to be, and you didn't see anything into it, then, especially with a smash attack that's really laggy and easy to punish, then you're not playing like, you're not thinking, you're just throwing out moves. And for some characters, it works more than others. It works for Yoshi a lot. But, like, the amount of randomness I give Yoshi, and, like, maybe I've said a couple of times Psychedelifox's Yoshi, he makes it work. And, like, I think there's something to be said of people having randomness, and then other people getting pulled into their randomness because of it. Like, Psychedelifox could throw out like a random smash attack, and then the other player's like, oh, then it's okay for me to throw out a random smash attack, or try and catch them in their randomness, instead of slowing things down. And I think there's something to be said for players who pull people into the playstyle that they want them to be in, whether it be intentional or not. Oh yeah, counterpicking the Lila was a bad idea. Sorry, I'm catching up on my notes. I do want to stress this point here, which is pretty early on. Okay, right here. He runs up and shields in front of Yoshi. Yoshi has only so many options here. He can, he can jump in there. He can run away, hoping not to get hit while he's running. Or he can try and jab shield out of shield. And so a big thing you have to realize is his grab is bad. It has like 22 frames, 21 frames of startup, and I don't know if that's considered reactable, but if you're seeing him staying on the ground and not jabbing, then you can pretty much assume that he's going to grab. And spot dodge. You can spot dodge it and punish afterwards. It's very punishable. It has like 50-something frames of a punish window for you. Neutral B is even more punishable. Like, neutral B is 22 frames to startup or something. So you shouldn't be having trouble with running up and shielding in front of Yoshi. A big thing I like to do is to buffer my neutral B when they come up, like knowing that they'd run up and shield, or knowing that they'll get to that spot before get to the very edge of the extension of my neutral B, but in their dash. But like that's me reading or doing something like that. If you run up in shield and they're in shield like this, they're not going to go for a grab. So you should not be getting hit by a nair. You should be staying in shield. And and waiting for them to do something like this. Because if he stayed in shield, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not, but he would have been on this, like, I think you can see my cursor. He would have been right here. And so it would have been very easy for him to go underneath Yoshi and get some kind of punish. Because Yoshi doesn't have options underneath him. He has Dare. And like what people don't understand about Dare is it's super easy to trade with. It's a multi-hit. So when you try and trade with it, you'll get hit by the 1, maybe 2% hit, while they take, a 8 or 9% up air. And he has a hard time getting to the ground. So you being in this position, like right here-ish, he's at a really bad disadvantaged state. The problem is like if you're here-ish and he finds a way to get like around here and you're still right here, then you're vulnerable to a fair. But like this area around right here is really punishable against Yoshi, especially when he's fading back. See, he fares here because that's what you do after. Like if someone tried to come up and punishes his nair up there, then the fair would have caught him. And fair is like a big thing for us to, for Yoshi's to land. Anyway. Didn't grab ledge again, got up smash for it. If you're getting hit by a lot of smash attacks, it should be a clear indicator of something wrong. Now, he's going to get egg laid soon enough here. Okay, so he gets egg laid here, right? And Joey whiffs the up smash, whiffs the up air, right? This should be a clear indicator to you that shielding is a really, really good option now. Because if he may have just messed up, and I'm just picking on his one case, but like if he doesn't get his confirms out of egg lay, confirms. If he's not like amazing at reading out of egg lay, then that's an indicator to you that you have nothing to worry about. Throws won't kill you. Egg lay, if you do it right, will rarely kill you. Like it takes a hard read and a hard like setup to be able to get anything out of egg lay. And like you messing with a 5% chance of dying out of egg lay and not getting killed by throws just by shielding, I think shield is a pretty good option then. And we could make the argument that him grabbing and throwing gives Joey stage control. That's true too, and you don't want to do that. Spot dodging is really good against Yoshi too, and I don't see many people use it because of how much lag is after our grabs. I'm getting thirsty. Ugh. More neutral stuff. One thing I really like about Kami, I don't know if I already mentioned this, he can just nair. Psychedelifox will just nair right in front of him, and he'll just let go of the Shadow Ball. And that kind of ballsy plays is good and bad at the same time, because like it's good that he recognized I'm in a safe spot, I can throw the Shadow Ball, but it's also scary because Yoshi loves trading, and so if you could take the bad things out of there, like trying to trade off stage or something like that, that aggression could really be beneficial. You being calm and saying, this Shadow Ball will hit you because I know you're not in range of your nair. That's a good calm aggression. But like being like, I got hit by a nair off stage, okay, I'm gonna try and fair him back and try and get back safely. That's not a calm aggression, because then you'll just get faired by Yoshi off stage, which is not good. Okay, he dies here, which I'm really surprised up air killed that early. But the idea here was really good. Yoshi's loved the double jump, he fared, end up missing. But where he went wrong is after this. He lost stage control, and he is above Yoshi. Yoshi's below him. Yoshi has a really fast and kills pretty early up air. So like air dodging towards the stage is wrong. You lost stage control, and like being anywhere on top of the opponent, especially or above or on top of the opponent, especially at kill percent, is not a good idea. Especially at a disadvantaged state. I don't know what that up smash. See, there's another classic case of I know your nair won't hit me and this shot will do work. It's awesome. Air dodging there is kind of sketchy. I mean, he's a Mewtwo player. He likes to air dodge a lot. Good fair. Where's my notes? Oh, here you see him double jump. I've seen the pattern that he does like to double jump a lot on ledge, and it's another one of those things like you didn't need to grab ledge there per se, but double jumping near ledge will always like when you double jump and you're in that situation of like, do I air dodge before I land or do I just land? You know, you don't want to be in that situation. So save your double jump because then you'll get grabbed. Happens a lot against CSS too. Okay, that right there shows a lot. Like, once again, you're a disadvantaged state. You're at the edge. You end up getting to the center, and then after he nairs you, you tried to buffer a fair and get F smashed for it. Once again, you're trying to trade with Yoshi. And the thing about the stages is it's kind of hard for you to get set up, and that's why I don't think Lilac is a good stage. But, like, there's a reason, like, Yoshi loves trading. Why are you trading with Yoshi, basically? He got, like, just another smash attack, like, another smash attack. Like, these are a lot of smash attacks that you're getting hit by. And I may sound like I'm lecturing, but this is kind of how I'm trying to drive a point. What was that? That was an up smash, right? And he got up smash for it. Random up smash. Like, we talk about how Joey's being random, but, like, these up smashes are also pretty random. And, like, you definitely should not be giving up on this game at this point. You're Mewtwo, like, with rage. Jab nair. And I love this. I personally should start doing this. So, he jumps, kind of faking that, like, he's going to fair, because a lot of Yoshis like to do that when people are holding ledge for too long. So, Kami decides to buffer something, and Joey just falls down, comes back with the nair. I thought that was super awesome. So those are the two games I did. I think the first run through I did was a lot more like I explained things in a better way. I know there's some things that I did not. Did I hit all my points that I wanted to hit? Yeah, just don't try and... Yoshi's the kind of character where it's like you're trying to hit me. Yoshi's the kind of character that's like, oh, you did a bad option, I'm going to hit you for that, and I'm going to hit you hard. But if you don't do any bad options and just stay slow and let him come to you, you'll be fine. Like, you shouldn't have trouble with the matchup if you're doing that. If you're like, oh, I'm off stage and I'm in a disadvantaged state, I'm gonna try and attack you, then he'll take advantage of that. Like, Yoshi does a really well of taking advantage of people in disadvantaged states. Other than that, he doesn't. I guess you could say that's like a really good punish game, but like it's nothing compared to the punish game of Meta Knight or something like that. But yeah, I think that's everything. I have these notes here, and look through them through they want. If you want, there's timestamps and everything. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you want to watch my next ones, do so. If you don't, I don't really care. They're not really made for you. So have a good night, guys.